2 or 3 more, please. 1, 2, 3. That's all. And 2 minutes, please. The reports are online. Please, you can check our passport, please.
Good afternoon. Distinguished audience. I want to stand on the existing protocol because of the time constraint. My observations has to do with the reports. The reports of the Secretary, the Financial Secretary, and the Treasurer. I want to call our attention to, excuse me, the Treasurer, please. Okay, I thought it's the one going. Now, this is annual general meeting, and the best practice, universal best practice is that whenever you are having a general meeting, there should be minutes of the past AGM read. And we have moved to adopt it and so on. There is no such thing today. The report of the Secretary is just reports of activities over the years and not what transpired last AGM. There should be more. Now, I can also observe that as the proceedings are ongoing, there are no jottings of what is going on. That is an oversight. That should be corrected. There should be minutes read at AGM, and it will not be out of place if members or attorneys that are around are given copies of such minutes. So after the reading, somebody the motion to adopt it, we adopt it, and matters arise and so on as it is done. That is one. Then secondly, about the Treasurer's report to my brother has said something about that there should be hard copies for that. It has been posted online, but then I don't think every one of us has that grace to access it online. It is also the universal practice that once it is presented, somebody should move the motion to adopt it for deliberations. We cannot just keep mute over, because it is very sensitive. Once it becomes anything in essence, it is sensitive. There will be questions and there will be answers. So we should take note of that and to correct that in future. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, the Lord. Thank you very much, sir. Okay. Anthony Adekowe of 88 says, a lot has been said in terms of appreciation to this school. And I want to say that I also consider it a real privilege to be part of this, that this is happening in my own lifetime, because the movement is becoming well established now that many hospitals are taking interest in their alumni. But then my observation, which following what one of my seniors had said, that we discovered that the turnout at events are usually not economic. I think my observation is in line with that, and to also see whether we can provide a solution in that respect. Set mobilization, like you have done, you have moved it from maybe 7, like your report, to 30 plus. It still means that more still has to be done or have to be done. In this area, we have realized that most of the sets that are active are the sets of the younger generation. The sets of the younger generation, like we have seen here today, are not forthcoming. We had a glimpse of some of these sets during the 70th anniversary. And I want to believe that that was because everybody wanted to come and socialize, meet people that you have met in a long time. But what about the contributions to the alumni movement itself, outside the socials? So more has to be done in that respect. And I have tried to look at one of the ways by which this could be achieved. I realized that the WhatsApp platform also is dominated by more of the older generations. When the deliberations are moved, personally I didn't know. I'm of 88 set. I will not say I'm old and I will not say I'm new. But then I didn't know anything of such until my brother, Mr. Debo, working in the same place, asked me, are you even there? And I said, except for my set, I was nowhere. So I got added, courtesy himself. So some of these new generations have to be brought there. We know that there is a limit to the number of people it can take. There can be Group A, Group B, alumni platform A, alumni platform B. But then even you cannot accommodate everybody on that platform. The EXCO, all the EXCO member of each set or chapter must be on that group. And then the group admin has to be expanded. I also went through the group admin, and I saw that it's also dominated by our daddies and our mommies here. So we can do something in this respect to bring some of this younger generation, their different sets, and then we'll discover that there will be a pool of the new generation. It is also gladdening to see that you are working with the state government. As a teacher, I observe that you are taking the right step. We have alumni of some schools who don't see that as a priority, where they are only interested in the development. And we have forgotten that it's not just about infrastructure. A lot of things come into it. When you said you worked with them to getting teachers and what teachers were posted, I said that was a top course for this school. And then we are talking about more classrooms now. If we have more classrooms, it also means that we need more teachers. Otherwise, the teachers will not even want the classes to be disarticulated, and the students, my principal, would understand what I'm talking about because of the workload. So you cannot relate or look back on further interaction or consultation with the government in order to ensure that more teachers are posted. And we also see a situation where alumni, have vanguard of, okay, what kind of teachers are posted? There is no doubt that there are teachers and there are teachers. That we have principals of schools who try to push for the best of teachers in their schools. So the alumni can also use these relations in achieving this. There are lots of things there, but then we can put this on the wall later. The next 3 years, by the special case of God, will be successful. Then post the next 3 years, where do we go? Where do we take it from? Are we going to have many people have spoken about your team coming up with new innovations. Beautiful. I think it's simply natural that when we have a team coming up, it must do better than the previous team. So I want to commend the team that were before you, but I want to commend you most especially. But then when you leave, who are those people that will take over? Will you as a team be looking at different sets, just as you have been identified from your set, it's 3 sets, to be somebody who is fit, and then you have not disappointed? I think this is time to also begin to look for who comes up next. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Anthony. Please, the last one, please.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
1 minute.
Yeah, because of time,
1 minute, please.
sir, permit me to stand on the existing protocol. My name is Olaide Adekule Samo, representing 2003 set. I don't just want to go without mentioning some of our achievements, at least to encourage some of our colleagues as well as those that are coming behind us. Some years back, I could remember we came to this school to make inquiry from the then principal what they need in the school, and we were told to get a photocopy machine and computer at that time. It was bought and brought to the school for the use of the school. That same year too, my colleague, we sponsored the end of session valedictory service, where textbooks were bought for 5 relevant textbooks in each department, the science, humanities and department. 5 relevant textbooks were bought for each department that I could remember. Then the 78th anniversary we had not quite long. 2003 set provided 500 pieces 60-list exercise book. So we are saying this not just to boast, but to encourage our colleagues as well as those that are coming behind us to see the need to help the school and to realize, to see that as they are helping the school, they are also helping themselves. Then I also want to appreciate our chairman and all other EXCOS. We pray, the president is permitting, and I pray that at the end of this 3 years, the greater exploit beyond the one we have achieved, we will achieve in Jesus' name. Thank you, sir.
A round of applause for him for 2003 set. Close remark by the national president. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So much has been said, and I want to appreciate all the speakers. Thank you for the areas you have pointed to us, and I'm sure that we will certainly do something to make sure that the identified lapses are corrected. Let me say that the issue of minutes of meeting at the last AGM, you have rightly noted, and we will take it. But the problem was that this is the first AGM that we will undertake, and we don't have a record of any previous one. So if we don't have a minute of it, that is the reason for that. The last AGM that we witnessed was when we were sworn in. We were not in charge of the records at that time, so we didn't have this. But thank you, it's noted. And you see, at that AGM that you're talking about, I want you to please put your hands together and let's appreciate our IPP. Our association was almost dying at the time that he was handling the vote. He was doing it almost 1 month ago at that time. We didn't have secretary. So if we had a secretary, we would have had the proper handling of the response. But that is not to say that EXCO didn't do their own part as well. We also talked about resolution. Certainly, we pass resolution at the end of this to adopt all that we have said. I also note that somebody suggested that we should expand the group admin. We will do so by God's grace. We will certainly look into that. But whoever will be made admin should be somebody who is always on the platform. Somebody is available. But if you make somebody an EXCO, I have to be calling him all the time. No, that is not right. So thank you very much. Yes. So all the other ones, as for our account, let me say very clearly, we prefer sending these things on the platform. Today, if you go back to the platform, we will first of all read, and then whatever we have read, we put it on the platform. Even my address and everything, we put it there. The reason for that is that we don't want our records to flying around. And if you agree with me as well, this is heritage. It's not a paper something, so it's paperless now. So please, let's adopt that going forward. And the record will be made available to those who actually need it, who are supposed to get it. You are going home, the thing can drop from your hand, and somebody picks it up and starts looking at it and all of that. But thank you very much. We noted it, and in our next term, by the grace of God, with your support, we hope to look into all of this. Thank you very much.
and gentlemen, that was the closing remark of the national president. Up next is the adoption of all the reports presented before the dissolution of these executives. Can we have 2 nominations of this report? This Assistant Secretary, I hope you are writing reports. Assistant Secretary, I hope you are writing minutes, because I'm not Secretary today, Mr. President. I'm the MC today. So, Pastor Lawal, please. Your name, your set, and your motion, please.
Good afternoon once again. Otuba, Barrister Lawal of 1986 set, the first ever. I want to move the motion for the adoption of all the reports that have been presented here today. The Secretary's report, the Financial Secretary, and the Treasurer's report. I so move.
Thank you. Now moving to second, please.
I, Anthony Adekobe of the 88th set. Second, the motion moved by our barrister to adopt all the reports that have been presented at this AGM. Thank you very much.
All in agreement say yes. Against say no. They are not here. We don't have for ourselves, please. Then motion for the dissolution of the executives. 2 motions, please. To dissolve this executive. You will say it on microphone so that they know it is not engaging.
I move, Damian Kende Bankole, 7378 says, move the motion for the dissolution of the executive.
Seconded by your name and your set.
I, Adebowale Shegun Adewale from 2002 set, hereby seconded the motion.
All in agreement say yes. All against it say so the EXCOS stands dissolved. Ladies and gentlemen, please celebrate the platinum executives of the Catholic School of Promotion. Congratulations, Engineer Abata Movement of standing ovation for the dissolved executives. Up next is the chairman electoral committee. Tell me, I never just to best handle the microphone. I want to present the report of the Independent SAGSOSA Election Committee, that is ISEC, to the annual general meeting at the AGM on this day, 12th June 2025. It goes thus. At the online general meeting held by the General Assembly on 27th April 2025, it was resolved that an election be conducted in line with the Constitution when Honorable Adewale Adeleke moved a motion that the EXCO members be returned unopposed, having performed very well in their first term in office. The resolution was made to follow the best practice of democratic rule and for posterity. The decision gave effect to the appointment of an electoral committee comprising of the following post students. That's myself as the chairman, Widdy Audio as member, and also Asangiwa. I must say that they are very, very responsible people and they work tirelessly and cooperatively. Cooperating with and I really regard and commend their very, very great support. The electoral committee decided to be known as Independent SAGSOSA Election Committee, as we have been saying, and was sworn into action by publishing the electoral guidelines and timetable. Please let us have some quiet, please. Don't let them steal our electoral box. For all EXCOS positions, in line with the provisions of the Constitution, interestingly, to exact show of commitment from the nominees, we requested them and the classes supporting their nominations to pay token sums of 10,000 naira and 20,000 naira respectively. Surprisingly, they all met pecuniary condition, which is commendable, to show willingness to serve because the service is without any remuneration, except for the pride and self-satisfaction derived from such voluntary services. Our job was made easy as we did not have to organize elections proper, although we had planned very well for it. As already intimated in our updates published on all Santos old students platforms, we had only one nominee for each EXCO office, which confirms the earlier motion that they are returned unopposed, as well as passing a vote of confidence on the EXCO members. We therefore present to we hereby present to the 2025 annual general meeting of the St. Anthony's Old Students Association held on this day, 12 June 2025. The candidates duly in another time, Mr. Rotimi Aderemi as National President. Mr. Olubumi Oluwole Oyesoya as Deputy President. Prince Adebayo Adeyemi as Vice President 1. That's Diaspora. Mrs. Adedoja Oludari Odujiri as Vice President Female. TPL Taiwo Okoyemi Adeoye as General Secretary. Otumba Ofela Ibosa Ayobamiji Owuye as Assistant General Secretary. Philip Atorebi, he looks so young, like Philip Atorebi as S officio as the IPP. Mrs. Awolale Temitope Oni as S officio 1. Mrs. Ayobami Oshinowo Adenuga as S officio 2. Is that correct? I hope you are watching us. We thank you for the opportunity given to the committee members to serve and for the cooperation we received from members. this assignment. Long live St. Anthony's Grammar School, long live the whole student association, long live Nigeria, God bless you all. As by the accepted class, Olufemi Adebanjo as chairman, Wale Adedeji as member, and also